He said that he is my damn man's, but he switched on me like a transformer. Yeah, he changed. Nigga, you gon' get your ass changed. Don't get your ass.
OG back on the screen. Now you see what the title is. The title is that way because I hope the people that will instantly look at it as clickbait, which it is a form of clickbait, to understand what I'm saying. If you watch this video full throughout, we already know that they're working on NBA 2K26, and changes they can make with the game is the builder. We've seen them do it before when they had a demo or they tweaked this, that, and then you couldn't go up this high, or we've seen it before, and we've seen how the last 3 years have been since NBA. I'm still waiting to do my video on it. That's going to be more like a documentary type video. It's going to be NBA 2K20. When did it start? 23, 24, and 25. The 3-year cycle. Right? Usually we go through this 3 years where the game is kind of like the same, and then they make like minor changes. And I always say we're like the test dummies for them. That's why we always feel like we're playing an unfinished game, or they didn't really put their soul into it, because this is a game they can make yearly, you know? So it's like they're pushing them out. Some people feel like they're pushing them out too fast, even though sometimes they do have new things where it's like quality in it, whatever the case. So look at the waves. Letting it wolf right now. Get it all around and we're gonna cut it right. This right here, this builder right here, I want you guys to look at it. And when we go to the attributes, I want you guys to see how the balance was before. You see what we're playing on now. You guys haven't watched the video, I'm going to make the screenshot pop up on the screen. The Joe Knows new build. It can do everything still like Kawhi, whoever's the best stealer in the league. What's his name? I think it's is it somebody on the Spurs? No, it's somebody. I think I can't get his name, but he does get the most steals, you know. But cause still like him, can dunk like LeBron and can shoot like Curry. That's crazy. Usually you only had one of the one and everything else was balanced, you know. So hopefully we can get NBA 2K16's builder to get back to this, and I have more to show you guys. Let's get into this first though. So one thing that we can see on the screen is Slasher. Let me pause it in case it goes on to the next thing. Now, if you have that in mind, you can see behind how the devs didn't do too much to make it a real balanced game to where positions mean something, like in a way. You see how people can always tweet this build, and this build is doing this against that, that, and people just have a certain lineup. You know, it's no real strong structure out there. So look at how the Slasher is. Layups and dunks, right? High. That's understandable. And it was that simple. Shooting off the dribble. They need to bring that back. That needs to be a separate stat. I hate how they just have it mid-range. Shooting off the dribble is yo, oh my god. There has to be some type of trick. Yo, I'm telling y'all, it's not even no trickery. They just want to try to advance their game. Don't y'all know, like when you watch those movies and the scientists just wanted to keep advancing the monkeys? He just wanted to keep pumping the fluids into the monkeys. And then what happened? That's what 2K did to their game. They're trying to put too much shit into it. City, they're forgetting how simple, like when you have that stat like that and you have to make a person fight for that, it limits to how the player can do certain things on the court to making it a balanced game. He'll probably be more of a spot up then. You know what I mean? And that's like, that makes the game how it used to be. Sharps used to have it where you had your sharps, then you had your off the dribble shooters. Mid-range, look at the mid-range balanced. If you have it maxed out and you get a wide open midi, you could potentially hit it. Yes, there ain't not, but he don't got the OP mid to where he could just keep shooting fades on you. Bro, you bring back this type of 2K, it will really expose so much people. So many people. This new 2K is automatic. Literally, it's just like how there's an automatic car. That's how this new 2K is. I'm not saying that it doesn't take skill, or there's not somebody that's better than me. Or I'm not saying that it's bad to try to... No, this is just me looking off of a... understanding how they switch the game up, trying to add too much to it. And when you have skilled players and game freaks and game nerds, they're going to figure out metas and ways to get ins and outs in on your game like any other game. Agility makes sense. Strength, it makes sense. He don't have to have a bulldozer strength, but I bet you if you see a certain guard strength, the strength will be a little lower. Like, bro, I could just tweak this alone. I could just add to what they've been trying to do with 23, 24 and tweak this alone, add a little bit more to what I feel like, okay, maybe this build. Make legitimate names, not this shot creator slashing forward point. This stupid... Let me not even get too angry. Like, it's so dumb. They could just make it more in a second slasher, like slasher 2. Like, you know, it's because when they try to go towards names, it's like it messes up the reality of what certain builds could have. You know what I mean? Rebounding. Like, the rebounding can be higher on a certain slasher build. You understand what I mean? Like, they used to just have us capped out here. So when you look at it like, damn, we don't just want this. When we say, oh, go back to this, we want this more advanced. You understand? So they could add more to rebounding depending on what you did with a build, whether it was wingspan, weight. You know, they can bring that back, but not OD it like how they've been doing it. And then it's not balanced. Or if you're going to give us some type of NBA All-Star builder, make sure it's balanced. Don't have the stats not mean and stuff. That is just dumb to the game. It don't even make the game feel like it's the game. When none of the stats matter in a way, like, oh, it's not an advantage here. Like, no, it makes no sense. They killed bigs off. It's like 2K used to have it like you have those prime bigs. I have gameplay for you guys to watch. They killed that off. There's no real people in. Yes, there's some people that's gonna cook with 7-footers and stuff in the game, but like, trust me, people are loving those 6'9", 6'8" builds with the high rebound and high stats and the high strength. Like, trust me. Defending, of course, you know, some things will be more advanced. They can add block to it. Like, you know, like, I just don't get it. I don't. And then they gave badges. When we look at the badges, Relentless Finisher, Posterizer, Lob City Finisher, Teardropper. Like, man, 2K hit when it was this way. Like, it just hit a certain way. Like they used to have. I don't know what they did with they aura, yo. I just don't know. Let's see if he switches over to more. Yeah, glass cleaner, like lockdown defender, point forward, sharpshooter. It's that simple. You don't have to make the names. They're that's what I call when I be saying, like, on my IRL channel. I'm finding a new word for it because I don't want to say it's like witchcraft or something like that. Witty mental manipulation, I'll say like that. They make these names so you think like, oh damn, I could just create this build, and it's not really nothing that different from probably just a base template. Like, I can't. I'm trying to find the words to explain it, because when you look at the gameplay play out, it's no balance. It looks like everybody could do everything. You can't tell apart from what is what until a player maybe uses a certain thing. Then you're like, oh, he has that. If somebody uses the post spin technician, gets the automatic push. Oh shit, he got that. You know what I mean? 2K would show you their highest little stats in the beginning. Like, man, that'll be, oh man. F has the best. Oh my lord. I was glad I found this, and I hope people really watch my videos full out. I know it could feel like I'm talking, but that's the type of lane I'm in when it comes to content creation. Okay? Just me putting it on the screen alone should show you guys. Suck this up right here, please, because I'm telling you, all it's going to take is for a wave to make people remind the devs too, because they could forget too, and then they'll realize and see. Look at this lineup. Y'all let me know, do y'all got a problem with this lineup in the comment section? Please, if you got to this point of the video. This is how I know if people was really watching my videos too. If you got to this point, you let me know if y'all got a problem with this lineup right here. This was NBA 2K17, I believe. Yes, it's looking like 17. Sharpshooter, point forward, stretch big. Do y'all see the balance off just rip? Do y'all see 2 lockdowns and 1 guard? The 2 lockdowns and 1 guard came in when the devs decided to make Locks super OP. Locks was already OP in this game when you had a lock if you chose to go with the lock. Some teams chose not to go with the lock. They just wanted their big they was able to play enough defense with these guards, and we're gonna get in the gameplay and let it roll.
You don't have the bull shots on either.
Off rip, you see the lineups, smaller builds, and there's one big build out there. Come on, people. This is how 2K used to look. Sometimes you seen people with the 6-7 lineups, but it was 3 of them. If they gonna play small like that, you had to play with 3 small forwards. The lineups balance regardless of what people were trying to do. It'll be a lock out there, maybe 2 small forwards. But the stretches and these big builds got the boards, as they should have. Look how the gameplay looks. This is all I want people to look at. Shot looks clean. That looked like a clean speed boost to a shot. Not too much cheese. Didn't, why couldn't they add to certain things like this? Momentum, pass, shot, misses. Why couldn't they add to things like this? Peep the moves. Great move to a shot. Was this dribbling too hard for the casuals? Like, a lot of stuff was manual. Look when you're watching what Comp is doing. This is high rollers, right? He's on the high rollers. Look what you're watching what Comp is doing. Pick and rolls. When it got to Comp's playing the Comp of the Comp is pick and rolls. Look. They'll try to do the little handoffs right here. That was the little cheese. They still try. You still see the little cheese there where they try to do the handoffs. Ew! Missing the minis. I like the form of the shot, but ew. You see how the gameplay looked though? Look. Guards would get dunks like that the same way, but it wasn't as frequent. It was like, it felt right. The balance of if they got it. Depending on your defense. Why couldn't they add to this? Advance this. We're not saying we want this exact thing, because of course every game gets boring. Every game not gets boring, could get to the point where it gets boring. Advance this. Add on to it. Why did the momentum dribble have to be one momentum dribble? Why couldn't they add another way where the momentum dribble looks? Do you see how my mind can just snap into something like that? Momentum cross. There's so many momentum crosses in real life, how somebody would gather themselves up or cross quickly out of a certain cross. Like, no, I'm telling you, I dribble real life. I have a real life, like, handle. Like, I understand how limited 2K is, especially when you dribble and you've played real life basketball and you've dribbled and got handle. You will understand it. Especially now, this new 2K with the limited realistic pro play. Like, no, yeah, you can do some smooth stuff and make it look pretty, but no, it's limited. Not as advanced. Look at the gameplay. Beat it to the big. He's going to get it because the matchup. This is how they're playing, though. It's like, man, I used to go out there with a 6-10 shot creator. Everybody had different lineups. Like, people just had certain favoritisms in their lineups. But I've seen all different types of lineups. I've seen 2-point forwards in a big. 2-point forwards in a lock. Like, everybody had different lineups. A slasher at sometimes. There was a team that was crazy. They used the alley-oops. Like, man. And they not even doing extra dribble moves. That's the real key I want y'all to see. You could be a dribble god in this 2K and spam moves and dribble the clock out. But you see when Comp is playing, they're not doing that. They're playing the meta. Just using the speed boosters, trying to get to the shots. Not really trying to do too much cook moves to look pretty. And look how the gameplay looks. Bro, you look at how 2K is now, what people could do to get a shot off. Bro, you would be like, damn, yeah, they did give more to where people got ins and outs in more ways. On top of the Zens. On top of the Zens. The shooting was so easy, it didn't call for people using Zens. And then when somebody did use a Zen, it made such a big light on them where it was easy to just get them banned or they didn't even matter to the community. We used to have morals like that back then. You call park cards in this game, the team will stop playing. You can't even upload the video on YouTube. You know how people was thirsty to just drop this person off. If you use park cards in it, it would not get no buzz. People would just roast you. That's the energy we need back. Like a Zener could beat you now or drop some type of video where he destroy you or something like that and people would give it love or praise. He could fake like he just dropped you off. But he honestly got a Zen. So it's crazy now. Crazier times. Look at him, the sharpshooter shooting a little deeper. The sharpshooters were slow. It was easy to keep up with them. You just couldn't let them get to that speed boost if they got their stats up enough and then drop those greens. And sharpshooters was able to shoot a little bit deeper. You see how like the game advanced, man? Like, come on. He had a stretch out there, so he was using his stretch. I don't know if the other build, I don't think that other build was a stretch. I think he was just a glass. So it was that balance there, bro. There was differences. Glasses usually should be snagging up over the stretches, but if you knew how to play, I hope that whatever game they make, for my wish to make the wish list, just make it have this balance like this, please. You could have a certain, just go back to the templates. If you want to have at least like 20 different variations of how that template could be changed, cool, you know, or even if it's like, just go back to the templates, you know, just have different variations of it being able to be changed or something. But they have to make some balances, and they have to choose wisely on what they want to cut back on and or make a little bit weaker this year if you don't have that stat. And they have to get more into those lanes and how things affect each other, because there's no balance now, and it doesn't make the game have that aura like it used to. Trust me, they get back to having that aura, 2K will be back. Hit the like, subscribe, man. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video.